Hey you guys, this is a support group requested video. For those of you who don't know, I have a private and a public support group. Both of them are ran on Facebook, and every now and then I will make up that post any video suggestions. Not because I don't already have a lot of content to put up, but just because I like to stay in touch with you guys and make sure the topics that I talk about are the topics you guys care about, you know? You're my audience and I want to keep you happy and I want to make sure that it's stuff that you want to learn about. So a survivor did ask me to make a video about blending families, and she said, it seemed because you have experience. I do. I have a blended family in my personal life. So drawing from that and drawing from my research, I wanted to make this supportive video here because survivors do move on and they find real love, and they, now they want to do things in a healthy, balanced way in their emotional maturity. And hey, even if you haven't found that relationship yet and you're a single mom, single dad out there, eventually you will. So having a video like this and listening to it ahead of time is going to help you set that foundation of things that I would really recommend that you consider in this process. All right, so I'm going to go ahead down my list here. It looks like I have 13 areas of focus that I recommend here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. And I'll just say this just in case, because people of all ages do watch my channel. Blending a family just means that maybe it's not the original mom and dad, maybe there's a step parent involved type of situation. Okay, if someone's remarrying, or maybe they never married the first person that they had the child with and now they are, these types of things happened. Or maybe someone's got widowed and now they're remarrying, or any of these types of things can happen, blending families. And then it goes beyond, of course, blending with children, even though that is going to be the focus of this video. It blends family whenever two families come together anyway, whether the children have been involved yet or not. So I do feel like some of these things can just apply to general family blending, even if it's adult to adult, but this video is more so to the tune of blending when now there's going to be children that's going to now have another guardian or parent come into the picture that wasn't their blood parent. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that because people of all ages do watch my videos. So all right, so number one, you definitely want to maintain respect, you guys. Let's maintain respect. And I'm an advocate for children. Yes, I am, because, a lot of times they're at the mercy of adults. I hear horrible stories all the time of children, being abused and mistreated. They're so vulnerable because what? They can't get a job. They can't take care of themselves. When they eat and all these things, an adult has to take care of them, until they grow up and they get self-sufficient. All right. So let's maintain respect in blending families. Some people are sterner than others, but I just want to advocate that children are individuals too. They have souls and spirits too. They have feelings too. All right, and you have to always keep that in mind. You are the one that's in love with this new partner or soon-to-be spouse or new spouse or whatever, not them. They have to grow to know them as well. All right, so let's maintain respect, that everyone has feelings, whether they're an adult or not, whether they're paying these bills in this house or not. Okay, we want to respect their space as well, physically and literally. Hold on a minute, you guys. My son is trying to call, but he's gonna have to wait a minute. Hopefully, you joining in with this person doesn't eat into their personal space, if they have their own room, and that everyone has adequate space. So let's try to respect those type of boundaries. And all of this, kids need to stay in a kid's place. I just advocate that they have feelings too. All right, ain't no kid should be disrespected, no adult, of course, but they have feelings as well. All right, so let's all try to always maintain respect. Oh, this child has an attitude today. Your child is upset and like, oh, they got this funky attitude. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's always try to maintain respect. All right, and we'll get into disciplining and all that down the list, but let's just start with respect, mutual respect for everyone in their place in the family. All right. Number 2, we want to protect the child's security. All right. They want to feel like it's a safe space for them, not only to live, but to be voiced and heard. Does that mean they're calling the shots and running the show? No, but it does mean that we have open conversation and they feel comfortable to speak what's on their mind, because that's better. I'll take that honesty, even if it, well, we can work on their delivery because they're emotionally immature, and that's why you're the adult and you're the parent. But we want to make sure that it's a safe space. And of course, if you're with an abusive narcissist or something, we're not protecting their security in that case. Okay, so if the narcissist is abusing you and not them, they're still abusing them by subjecting them to seeing that and harming you who's providing for them. So everything has a lot of angles to it, but we want to protect the security of this child, make sure it's really a healthy relationship. And although no one's perfect, and we'll talk about that further down the list as well, but let's protect their security and their quality time. All right, I put that under security as well, and I mentioned it under one of my other points of focus. But yes, protect their security. All right, don't get so caught up in being in love that you're up under this person 24/7 and you completely abandon your children, because they're going to start to resent that person. Like, oh, well, before you came along, mom or dad used to talk to me, used to spend time with me, and now all they care about and talk to is you. You don't want to plant those type of seeds. So try to keep a balance with that, and that protects their security and lets them know, hey, I still have a space with my mom and my dad. I still have a space here. All right. Number 3, stay ahead of any red flags that, could be shown to you. Now, in the case of a child, are they having sleeping problems or insomnia? Are they being quiet or retreating? Are they crying and fussy a lot? Are they showing signs of jealousy, anger, depression, fear? Are they verbally lashing out? Are their grades in school plummeting down, and just very poor behavior, detaching, not wanting to come down for dinner with you guys? Stay ahead of these red flags, all right? You have to be able to see them to stay ahead of them, all right? So let's not have those rosy colored glasses. I know we're on cloud 9 and we're in love and blah, blah, blah. But, you have to still be a parent, okay? Number 4, mind your reactions to your child as well. A lot of times children act out, they want attention. So, seeing angles and not just hopping into anger and stuff like that and getting mad. Become a detective. Try to get to the root of things. Yes, on the surface they're doing this, but what's at the root of that? What's really going on here is what needs to be looked at, you guys. So investigate and try to understand, all right? And I know children can try you, and their behaviors can get very bad in situations when they're being in resistance to this new partner that you're wanting to blend into the family. All right, and they will do the most. I know I know, but you have to be the adult, and you have to tap into your emotional maturity, and you cannot go down to their level and join in and be petty and immature and throw a tantrum with them. Okay, remain in control. All right, you guys. The next thing is to give it time. Rome is not built in a day. Humans generally resist change. Let's just throw that on out there. And real love does build over time. Over time. That's why someone say, I love you more today. I love you even more, because it's time. It's more experiencing, more bonding taking place, all right? And if they've been let down a lot, know that trust is not going to be coming easy. So yeah, it's going to take time for everyone. For everyone. All right. So don't force the issue. And this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. All right. So we don't have to rush, and being gradual is best. And then I know there's situations where it's like boom, bam, bang, and here we are. And in those situations, you really have to be patient with that child, because it was, it felt natural and good for you, but maybe it wasn't for them. You gotta, don't be codependent. Your feelings are your feelings and theirs is there. And that goes back to respecting. All right, respecting that they have feelings too, and they don't have to necessarily be yours. All right. The next thing that I have on my list is encourage both family time and one-on-one time. Okay, one-on-one time with you and them to have one-on-one time with the new partner. So make sure there's a good mixture of things. You guys are creating positive, healthy, fun memories together, and then they get to actually bond with the partner one-on-one too. There may be some things that they may get into that you don't even have an interest in, and it'll be their thing. And this is something healthy to help bring the child closer to that other partner. So yeah, you got the outings, join in on the hobbies, and maybe your partner can entertain something that the child cares about. Entertain things that the child cares about. All right? That's really smart. All right. And number 7, help them heal from their past. A lot of times children have resistance to the new person because they're still not over the old situation ending. They may be stuck in a grieving process that you got a divorce, that you're not with their mom, you're not with their dad. They may still be holding on to the hope that that's going to get back together. So, they may need time to really get their minds right and get set in the way to understanding that those situations are over, and it doesn't mean that you love them any less or anything like that. So you may have to help them through that grieving process so that they can get in a space where they can make room for a new person, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and their heart can be ready for that. Okay. And also keep in mind, on the flip side, as far as your partner could have been in situations where they dated people with children and the relationship end, and they snatched the children away from them, and they could be shaky about having a fear of vulnerability as well. Okay, so understand that everybody can have some insecurities in these situations that need to be be mindful about that as you're being the leader in this. Okay. Number 8 on my list is extend the support. Maybe you may need to do family counseling. Okay. Make sure you guys are spiritually, extending that support. Hey, if you're into that, it's my thing. A family that prays together ain't no lie. Okay, so yeah, have prayer together, have spirituality together, bring that Bible into it if that's the God that you worship. It's my recommendation. But extend that support and keep it there consistently. All right, extend support, spiritual and counseling, all of that stuff. All right. It doesn't hurt to sage the energy out the house every now and then, reset things, always meditate and pray positive things into your family, lighting those white and red candles for peace and love to come into your home. These are good things to do. You get that Florida water out and mopping. I use it every day. Spray, all of that. So make sure you're extending the support in your community. Like I said, counseling and spiritually, all of that. Extend your support. Number 9, be sensitive to favoritism. Especially when there are multiple children involved. Maybe your partner might kick it off really quick with one of the other children and not the others, and then the one that they didn't kick it off to is quick. Doesn't mean that they can't get there with them, but you don't know what the blockage could be. You don't know what it could be going on. So we don't want to create those golden child scapegoat situations. We don't want to be a part of that on this channel. We surely don't. So, let's be sensitive to that, you guys, all right? And make sure that we're having a balanced approach with the children, even if one is being more difficult and challenging. All right? Don't love them any less. All right. Number 10, set discipline boundaries ahead of time. This is something that you guys can talk about before the children even come into the picture, or before it's even a situation, before that adult even starts. I know I'm a married woman now, but as a single mom, when my relationship was getting serious, it was a little awkward for me at first to hear someone disciplining my child. And these weren't spankings, but just reprimanding them, calling them out on it, and working through it, because that person was a lot more sterner and I'm a lot more soft spoken, and then this can happen. And so you're gonna have to talk about these things, your parenting styles, and what you consider discipline, and how strict, and all of these things. And it's best, like I said, to do this ahead of time. All right, and find a compromise and make sure you guys are on the same page if you're not. Number 11, this is a big one. I highly recommend having family meetings. Yeah, family meetings are really good, weekly ones where everyone, make a little agenda. Like, running a household is a little corporation. It really is. And you want to have the family meetings where everyone can have a safe space to be heard, and we can come up with solutions. I highly recommend that. All right. Number 12, stay organized, especially, when we're talking about blended families, a lot of times it could be a big family, but big or small, it never hurts to stay organized. Have a chore chart. Have lots of communication. Get a routine. Oh, this is bedtime. These are kitchen hours. This is what time we start chores. This is what time you're going to get up each morning. Kids like routines and predictability. All right. And it helps everybody know what to expect. And it keeps order. Organized order. So number 13, you guys, have realistic expectations. All the day, at the end of the day, we're all human beings coming together here. And, perfection is not what you should be striving for, because you ain't gonna get it. And it might just be possible that, they may not be best buddies ever. That's real. That's real. But if there can be respect in that picture, you guys, if we could just have respect for each other, it is what it is. And kids do grow up and leave. They do. It's okay. They don't have to be best friends, but we want to have, to foster the security and the respect there. All right. That's pretty much what I had here on my list. But, I think I'll add a bonus 114 here about holding grudges, especially early on, because, if that child is kicking and screaming in the beginning of this partnership, because they were like, and they're in huge resistance to this person coming in, because, a child can think all types of things. We can't hold grudges. We cannot hold grudges. We can't hold grudges. Be the bigger person and work through that as a family. And the new partner hopefully won't hold those grudges either and can work through that. So I'll say that as well. But, I think this is a nice beginning conversation on this. And feel free, you guys, to go down in the comment section and drop some other ideas for this survivor on blending a family. It's a beautiful thing when you can, make sure the love is there. Make sure the love is there and felt. And look up what love is. You gotta know what love is. It's patient and it's kind and it's enduring. All right. So congratulations on your new family to begin with. And I hope that these tips and tools are helping you get in the right, frame of mind, so that you and your partner watch this video together. Take some notes and work on these things, or just make sure that you have been. Okay. All right. With that being said, make sure you hit a like for this video if it resonated with you, And feel free to subscribe to my channel. There's over 700 videos here to help you in your emotional maturity. I'm always welcoming, video ideas. So if you have any, drop them down and I'll get to them when I can. And with that being said, never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work. And until next time, please take care.